Hello, thy fellow pharmaceuticalists. Welcome back to another video. This is about the life and death of Sick Bricks. Launched on February 7th, 2015, Sick Bricks were like the Skylanders of bootleg Legos. It was an app where you played as a little 2-brick tall person in some place called Sick City, where you'd have to fend off these weirdly colored ghouls. I never got far enough, however, into the game to know how it ended or what the basic plot was of the game. It's all like faded memory, as if I was mind wiped. But to go alongside with the game were these toys, which, in case it's not obvious, were like bootleg Legos. Like they could fit together with Legos and, just reuse the design basically, just with like molding around it to make faces and bodies. But you could also buy these at stores at the time, and I fondly remember being in 3rd grade seeing ads for the toys on Cartoon Network and on YouTube and stuff, and I remember seeing them at a Target one day with my dad and buying just a fuck ton of them. The figures, though, are not for sale on, store shelves anymore, which makes sense because this was nearly 8 years ago, which is insane. But you can still find them on eBay for pretty cheap prices, I gotta be honest. I thought they'd be way more, but yeah. And even now to this day, when I'm going through old boxes in my room, I can still find heads and bodies of my old Sick Brick guys. The app itself was okay. It wasn't the best, but, it wasn't completely unplayable. And its art style, though, I think it wasn't, the highest of quality. I think something about it just looked different from other games, and it kind of reminded me of Borderlands. The gameplay is pretty basic from what I can remember. I can't play the game anymore because it got taken off the app, the App Store, which I'll get to later. And, but yeah, it was basic, and the figures, each character had their own kind of abilities, but to activate other characters, you have to buy them in real life and scan them, which is what reminds me of Skylanders, kinda. And in-game, you'd have this portal camera thing where you would scan your guy, and you'd unlock him in-game. And nothing, I don't think, back then stopped you from just pulling up an image online and scanning the photo, but also remember, it was very, glitchy. Like, the lighting would have to be completely perfect, and the angle and stuff, and it was so annoying having to scan figures, because I bought a bunch of the toys first before I, use the app, so I have to scan, fucking 20 guys. It was so annoying. Yeah. It was one of the main features of the game, and all the ads always talked about how you could swap around the heads and bodies, get these weird combos, and, scan the figures to bring into the game. Kind of like Swap Force in a way. There was also a TV show, which, most of TV shows that are made for games and stuff, or at least, these kinds, are usually pretty bad, and the TV show is just like a brain dead afterthought, like it was brought in at the last minute. And I remember only seeing 1 or 2 episodes before I just never watched it again back in 3rd grade, and it was very low quality. The show itself only lasted 20 episodes in one season before it got, ceased production. And I'm gonna imagine due to Spin Master, the people who were beyond the creation of Sick Bricks, running out of ideas, they would begin to reuse old characters and stuff, or the molds, and just give them new colors, because I remember they had this 5-pack you could get at Toys R Us or something, that was just a bunch of already existing characters. They were evil, kinda. It was just lazy, which, they're probably running out of ideas, because I remember there's so many characters at first that later on it's probably getting really difficult to create new ideas. And I'm imagining after a while, people would stop buying the toys, and, stores would stop ordering shipments of them, and eventually just stopped producing the toys as a whole. Yeah. And then one fateful day, 2020, November 1st, the last remnants of a community that was long dead and forgotten would boot up their SickBrick app on their tablet, their iPhone, their ATM, their anything, man. Just they'd boot it up to see the app was gone. It was as if it never existed. It just wouldn't boot up anymore. It would say that, you couldn't play it. Just it wouldn't let you. It'd probably have an infinite loading screen or something, man, but it was gone. And I'm guessing it's because, after like 5 years at the time, no one was really. This is almost 6 years actually. It was almost 6 years after the app came out. People probably stopped downloading it and playing the game because, after five whatever years, 6, it's hard to find more people that want to play your game. Because within that span, someone who's, in 3rd grade would be in middle school, and no middle schooler wants to be seen with Legos. That's like an embarrassment to themselves as a person. But yeah, and eventually money would stop being pulled in after so long, and they probably decided to pull the plug. It's just a guess though. I've done some research, but I couldn't find anything really solid. But yeah, a weird thing is people still get like notifications for the game, even though it was shut down many, many years ago. That's always interesting. Yeah, subreddit does exist for the game, but it's only like, I think 8 people. Like, it's very small. And the only evidence left that the game ever really existed are just like old YouTube videos of like the toy reviews and like people playing the game when it like first came out, like 7 years ago at this point. And you can still look on eBay for people trying to sell their SickBricks, which again are extremely cheap, but they're kind of pointless unless you want like some cool Lego pieces for like your mocks. There's no reason to really, buy them because again, the app's fucking shut down. It's never coming back. The TV show, it does exist on YouTube. You can still find like full episodes, but I don't know why you'd want to watch it, but it's still there, in case you really want to see it. But that was, SickBricks. They were cool, I gotta be honest. You can still use the parts for mocks if you have any laying around, because me and some of my friends still have them from when we were in like, 3rd, 4th grade, but yeah. It's always weird to see like things just come and go. I think another weird line is like Mutant Busters, which it had a TV show, and it just like, TV show only existed to make money, but TV show was arguably better than SickBricks TV show, but that's something for another video. Yeah. Be sure to like and subscribe. I have a very dwindling viewership, so to like the 10 people that see this, shout out to you guys. But yeah. Until next time, see ya.